welcome back for some more easy blues harmonica, and today we're going to play something like this. Cool. Alrighty. So when I first started playing harmonica, long time ago, there used to be, back in the 80s, used to be this song on the radio, Get Your Hands on Capri-Sun. It was probably a television ad, actually. And yeah, it had basically this pattern: 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw, 5 blow, 6 blow. And then you just go up, back up and down. So 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw, 5 blow, 6 blow, 6 blow, 5 blow, 4 draw, 3 draw, 2 draw. And I've been playing that for a long time, and I can remember it being really frustrating. And I can remember quite recently, like within the last decade, asking my teacher Jason basically, how do I play that and not sound like a child, like playing a nursery rhyme or something like that. So if you hear it, it's a very solid sort of beat, and it's important to get it solid first. I have my bit of a backing track going in the background there because I wanted to keep a nice solid tempo. So if I kick my drums on again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play it just like I did before with single notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so once I can play it solidly and at the tempo that I want, then I can basically dirty it up and make it sound a bit cool. Of course, playing cool stuff is what we're here for. We want to play some blues. So I noticed that it's not really about playing more notes or playing faster. Like if I just play it faster, it's still pretty boring. So yeah. So to dirty it up, what I noticed with like a lot of harmonica players is even when they're talking about like playing something, they'll start by doing this. A little out breath at the start. Also there, I'm now starting to swing the notes. So instead of just playing, I'm already starting to sound a bit cooler. So it's a swing. It's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like how I'm speaking. Like if you play it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... One sounds like a robot, the other one sounds like something you might actually want to dance to. So first thing I do once I've got a nice solid tempo is I start to swing my notes a little bit. And when you're starting to swing, really important to have a beat going. Now, it doesn't matter what tempo you play this at. You should only play it as fast as you're able to. If you play it really slow tempo, it can be quite difficult to swing. Play it too fast, you're going to have too many notes you won't be able to know what you're doing. So I've actually got this one set up basically at like 92 beats per minute. Have a look on the net, get yourself some metronome, get yourself a drum track so that you've got your nice solid beat going in the background. So you go, okay, sweet, I've got my beat, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So what are the tools and like things that I've got at my disposal here? I can play like ha ha ha. So my very first note is I'm out first and then coming back in. Then I'm just toot, 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 toot as I go up the harp. To get sloppy, I'm letting in some more of the notes below the hole that I'm playing on. Generally, this is a technique you'd hear a lot with tongue blocking, for example, if I want to do my tongue block, say. But you can do the same technique with pucker, just by letting a few more of the holes come in and out. So. The other thing I'm doing is I'm controlling my notes. Like I've got a lot of expression in my attack and how I release the notes. If I just play the notes, for example, just with that tut 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 attack, I'll go back to just a single note. So it's an effect, certainly something that I could use for a bit of variety. Play that all the time though, it's not going to do what I want. Similarly, if you don't have any attack at all and just like breathing through the harmonica, again, doesn't give you a lot of power. So what do I actually play? Let's have a listen to it again. Alright, so let's go really slow. So what I play again isn't important. These are the techniques that I use. So I've got my, which you obviously hear a lot from me. So here's my first note. So I want to hit that one. On the high note, you'll hear that my vibrato's in there. So instead of just playing, I'm going. Got a little bit of vibrato, the diaphragm vibrato on that one. So I'm changing how my notes sound. So got my out in. I can alter all those attacks, those starts, those finishes on the notes. So yeah, got a lot of control there. So let's put the drums back on. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we can see, I want to keep this lesson fairly short. So your first objective is to get boring. Be really strict, really boring. Once you're boring, then you can be cool. So then we start to swing. Once we've got a nice solid tempo and we've got our swing, then we can just be a bit sort of sloppy, add in some effects. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then, once we've got our pattern established, it's sort of fixed in your head, then you can do the little variations that I'm doing. So, best way to sort of practice something like this is get your drum going, so you know what your tempo is. We can vamp a little bit so that we can play, so 3, 4. So whenever you want to think a little bit, you can just do a vamp. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you heard me just at the very end there. I started to do a few more variations. I was still within that pattern, but I'm moving and changing my tempo because we're not like a loop machine. This is a person playing this. So if you're going to play something fairly simple for a long time, it gives you a lot of scope to change things and move around. So get your drums on, practice something really cool, like get your hands on caparison. And have some fun.